What happens when a lemon tree is stolen from the town of Springfield? Bart puts on a wig and blends into Shelbyville.
Going up to the bluffs to Springfield sucks in huge lead.
He changed the graffiti while they were talking. Then he tore off his wig and his scar. Bart will be surrounded by them. They put tattoos on their bodies. Bart used the spray paint as a launcher. The Shelbyville kids grabbed him by the collar. He grabbed his skateboard and took off. The Shelbyville kids chased Bart through the pipeline, past the convenience store in the bar, and a female version of Willie. Bart's board is stuck in the concrete, and he can't get it out. Bart goes through the fence. He enters the tiger feeding area. He sees the instructions for the game.
Never even tried to teach us that in school.
At this time, the door kept being beaten. Bart opened the tiger's door. As they rushed in, Bart closed the door. Bart sits on the curb and sees a lemon on the ground. The crowd gathered and found the lemon tree. The adults of Springfield found the children. At night, they took the lemon tree. Bart opens the door and the dog jumps out. The dog ate the meat Homer threw at him, and kept chasing Bart. Bart gets into the car and the dog keeps crashing into it. Flanders goes through the door at the last minute, takes the lemon tree back to Springfield. What happens to Homer when he eats super hot chili? He'll see that Flanders has a lot of mouths. He'll see a different old man and Nelson, and a teacher with lots of eyes. He'll see Nelson burp and turn into a monster. He'll break the fence and run away. Homer was hallucinating. His body was twisted. He'll crawl to the ground in fear of butterflies. His head and body change constantly. He goes to the river to check his pupils. Suddenly, he's wrapped up in a snake. Homer saw the sun playing with him. He's having so much fun, and then the sun breaks. He followed the turtle and kicked him. The turtle tells him to climb the pyramid. The pyramid suddenly gets taller. He climbs up the pyramid and sees Marge. He kept talking around Marge. Eventually, Marge disappears with the wind. It all started when the sheriff put on his mask and stirred up some hot sauce. Homer walks up to the sheriff's booth. The sheriff pulled out a pot of hot peppers with a pair of tongs. The crowd backed away in fear. Homer took the pepper and screamed as soon as it touched his tongue. He kept circling the crowd. Homer ate the kids' ice cream. He took the beer and poured it on his head. He drank glass after glass of water. He drank a cup of wax and spit out a piece of wax. Homer came back for the sheriff. With the wax, he ate chili pepper after chili pepper. He left to the cheers of the crowd. His stomach began to churn. Do you know what Bart would do to buy a game? Bart would drool over the games on TV. Bart goes to the discount store, picks up a game. Bart's hand gets caught in a staff member's hand. Jimbo and Nelson showed him what they'd stolen. Bart was lost in thought as he watched the game. All the little people in his head keep tempting him to steal the game. He looks around and stuffs the game in his pocket. He walks out of the store, and the guard catches him. Bart was taken back to the supermarket surveillance room. The guards told him he couldn't enter the store again. After leaving the store, Bart rode his bike on a wild goose chase. He took a shortcut home to change the tape. Marge told Bart to go to the supermarket. It made his ears smoke. When he was changing, he fantasized about the guards. Sent him to jail. He walked downstairs and his fake nose fell off. Marge took off his hat. In the car, the seat becomes a guard. He's taken into the supermarket by Homer. He sat in the discount chair and was scared off by the alarms. While taking pictures, Bart is caught by the guards. Marge sees Bart stealing game monitors. Bart blocks the screen. Marge is not giving Bart and hot chocolate marshmallows for it. Bart sees his family building a snowman without himself. He pulls out the snow from under the car and builds himself a snowman. Bart goes to the store and sneaks back home. Marge sees a picture of him paying in full. She forgives Bart.